Welcome back to our YouTube channel, where we explore about the lives of wonderful, majestic creations, elephants. Today's video is about the behavioral pattern of elephants. As mentioned in the earlier videos, elephants are the largest land mammals on Earth, with much sophisticated mind power. That is the reason why they can be well trained too. However, here we observe about their wildlife behavior. The nature is full of wonders. You just must carefully pay attention to every little heartbeat of the nature to understand its miraculous life pattern. Here we intend to observe this giant friend of ours. Look at his trunk movement. He rolls and properly grabs the grasses to its grasp. Isn't it just wonderful? It's not just plucking grass from the land, but just roll it into a ball in a way that is much easier to chew and swallow. With that rolled movement of the trunk, the elephant removes all the sand and mud and just eats the grasses, which is mesmerizing. Here the elephant is a bit different than the other bunch. The trunk, ears are faded to many pink patches. This is a very natural scenario. With age, the Asian elephants tend to appear such pink patches in their trunk and ear areas, which can also be called as fading or pigmentation. This characteristic is mostly seen in Asian elephants. Elephant is one of the biggest animals on Earth. They strictly depend on green-based diets, and like the previous elephant, they don't usually just eat the grass plants. Some bushes, trees, fruits with a thick shell are some of their favorites. We can see the elephant's back is full of dirt. It is a common behavior of elephants, and they usually seem very happy when they throw mud or dirt on their backs. But it's not just for their fun. It is a weather protection mechanism. People use sunblock to prevent from strong sunlight. This is their strategy of protecting themselves from sun, cold, or maybe annoying bugs. At a glance, it is clear that elephants are giant herbivores. According to studies, an elephant usually eats about 300 pounds of food per day. These hungry animals don't sleep much, roaming great distances while foraging for the large quantities of food that they require to sustain their massive bodies. They need 200 liters of water per day, and they have a very long pregnancy period which ranges from 18 to 22 months usually. And mostly, the elephants roam around with their whole bunch. Their packs may even contain 100 elephants, and usually they have a really good care and attention for their cubs. When looking at these beautiful creatures, we can see the trunk is one of their main body parts. They eat, drink, bathe using the trunk. Here we can see they grab water with their trunk and splash it into their mouth and drink. But what happens is a bit different from the reality. Elephants don't just grab water, but suck up water partway into their trunk and then use the trunk to spray water into their mouth and drink. In a similar manner, they bathe by splashing them onto their backs and body. The trunk is a combination of an elephant's nose and upper lip, used to touch, grab, hold, and smell. It is one of the most sensitive organs on this animal's body. Elephants are mammals, so they feed on their mother's breast milk at the initial stages of their lives. It is a marvelous bond between the mother and the babies. The mammary glands of elephants are situated on their forehalf of the body near the front legs. The nursing period of elephants is usually about 6 months. The baby elephants here in the video learn by watching their parents, uncles, and aunts. The mother elephant keeps the baby near her and shows him or her how to grasp the food. Here we can see the baby elephant tries to copy his mother, even though it's a failure. By looking at this, it is clear the bond of the mother and a baby has the same emotional value for both humans and animals. Here we can now see a tusker. These elephants have a much majestic look too, and in reality they also tend to dominate in their pack. Not all elephants are tuskers. The reason is that some elephants have ivory tusks, are massive teeth that protrude well beyond the mouths of elephants. Much of the tusk is made up of dentine, a hard, dense, bony tissue, and the whole tusk is wrapped in enamel, the hardest animal tissue and the part of the tusk that manages the most wear and tear. Elephants help maintain forest and savanna ecosystems for other species and are integrally tied to rich biodiversity. Elephants are important ecosystem engineers. They make pathways in dense forested habitat that allow passage for other animals. They can also be considered as totally harmless animals. With human activities like invading their habitats, using explosives to destroy their lives, they have become more petrified. Asian elephants are under the threat of extinction at the moment. Tuskers, which are a rare and majestic animal, are killed to get their tusks to sell in the global markets for higher prices. People should be more empathetic towards the animals. Even though elephants have a very high intelligence level for an animal, humans are the most intelligent species on the earth. Therefore, it should be the responsibility of us to be fair and empathetic towards the environment that they really live in. The bond between mother and a child, the value of a life, the hunger, the fear that are common feelings for both animals and humans. In fact, as the most sensitive creatures on Earth, humans must be more careful and vigilant towards Mother Nature.